within 4 weeks. With the sit-in ending and protesters asked to return home peacefully, the focus now shifts to the implementation of these assurances and the broader question of what comes next for the movement. We have some breaking news coming in at this point in time. The Cockroach Janata Party founder Abhijit Deepke has released a video message thanking supporters for what he described as a huge victory of the youth. In the video, Deepke expressed gratitude to everyone who backed the party's campaign and also thanked his critics, saying their feedback helped him improve and ultimately deliver on the promise of the Cockroach Janata Party's first campaign. Listen in.
जो पिछले 37 days में झेला, it was really difficult. It was not easy, not just for me, but for all of our team. And most of all, I would like to thank each and every supporter of the Cockroach Janata Party spread across India. जिन जिन लोगों ने हमें सपोर्ट किया, हम पर भरोसा दिखाया, who loved us when everybody was doubting us. I really want to thank you all from bottom of my heart. आप लोगों के सपोर्ट के बिना ये नहीं हो पाता. I really want to apologize. मैं कल जितने भी लोग रुके हुए थे जंतर मंतर पर, उनसे मिल नहीं पाया, उनको थैंक यू नहीं कह पाया. बिकॉज यू नो मुझे टाइफाइड हो रखा है एंड बुखार काफ़ी ज़्यादा आ गया था. लाइक टेम्परेचर मुझे 101 टेम्परेचर आ गया था. इसलिए टू कम होम.
All right, let's talk about this and get some reactions from our guest as well. Rajalakshmi Joshi, senior journalist and political analyst, is with us on the program. Mr. K.V. Lakshmana, political analyst, also joins us on the program. Mr. Lakshmana, I'll begin with you. Well, the question on everybody's mind is likely to be, what next for the Cockroach Janata Party? Are things going to go back the way they were? Or do you think that the ripples that have been created in the political setup of the country also will undergo some sort of metamorphosis?
Vineet, hi. Thanks for having me. Yes, it will all pan out. We will have to see how it all pans out and on the sincerity of the government when it comes to implementing the promises that it has made and the demands that it have accepted. So it is now going to be the manner in which the Cockroach Janata Party it has been working without any structure as of now. So it will have to form a real structure to take this movement forward. At the same time, it remains to be seen what kind of sincerity the government shows and the role of the opposition party. Well, in this case, the principal opposition party has already credited the victory to the youth, but at the same time reminded the government and people at large that the battle is only just begun. So the opposition party, Congress, wants to fix the accountability for the attack on the students and the violence that was unleashed against them by the police and the paramilitary forces that were deployed in and around Jantar Mantar. So since the accountability as the Congress party sees it is of the Union Home Minister, because the forces report to him, and to the Prime Minister because the Home Minister reports to him. So it will be very interesting to see how the government deals with the demands from the opposition party, which it also shows that it means business, and how it will deal with the demands that it had accepted. So it will all now be an interesting battle up front, along with the parliament session, where the government, as per the information that is reaching every one of us, that the government wants to introduce certain very key important bills, especially the one on delimitation. So now the real battle begins.
the battle begins. More breaking news coming in. Cockroach Janata Party has shared fresh visuals of its founder Abhijit Deepke receiving medical care. He has been diagnosed with typhoid for the last couple of days. And the images posted on the party's official X account show Deepke undergoing treatment with an IV drip at home. Rajalakshmi Joshi, let's also get an initial comment from you here. What's next for the Cockroach Janata Party, and what next for the government as well? There is obviously a feeling that the government will have to now focus more on the needs as well as the welfare of the youngsters, the Gen Z of our country. The total population of this younger lot is somewhere close to 56 crore, Rajalakshmi Joshi. They cannot be ignored. Is the government finally going to understand the gravity of what has not been done in the last few years?
Hello, Vineet, and good to be on your show again. Yes, now we can introspect on a lot of issues, especially about what the government should be doing in the next few days, and also what might be the road ahead for the CJP. Now, I would like to focus on what the government is actually expected to do. Now, there are two things that I think the government would definitely want to do. One is, of course, that they have to make sure that there is this foolproof plan to ensure that there are no exam leaks in the future, that especially these kind of entrance exams are made maybe computer-based exams. So those kind of policy issues also would have to be looked at, and the kind of security that will have to be ensured to make sure that there are no leaks, and also some kind of strong deterrents so that people don't really go for these kind of things, neither from the people who are setting the papers nor from the people who are buying these leaked papers. So that includes a whole lot of tutorials also. So those people, and say maybe some parents, and say maybe some students, I think all of them should be coming under the purview of these laws. And then after that, another thing that the government would have to introspect is about the kind of an intelligence failure about how and why there was this a lack of the prior intelligence about how so many people converged on a street, on a place where there is supposed to be extreme security, and how the government kind of overlooked that this kind of a situation could arise. So I'm sure that they must have taken measures to put across some security, considering that they were talking about a march on the 20th of July. But then I'm sure
Right.
that this
Rajalakshmi, we
kind
have
of a
some
number
breaking news also coming in. A leader of the JJD, Tej Pratap Yadav, has appealed to Cockroach Janata Party founder Abhijit Deepke to visit Bihar and launch a movement against the BJP-led state government. In a social media post, Yadav said that Bihar needs a robust and strong people's movement to challenge the government headed by Samrat Chaudhary, and assured Deepke of his party's full support. The appeal came shortly after the CJP called off its Delhi protest following the resignation of former Education Minister Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. Right, more breaking news coming in. Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma has defended his cabinet colleague Keshav Mahanta after videos of the minister's daughter Dibisa Mahanta participating in a protest over alleged NEET examination irregularities went viral. The protest demanded the resignation of former Union Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. Responding to the controversy, Sarma said that Keshav Mahanta should not be trolled, adding that an adult child may not necessarily share a parent's political ideology. He also said he disagreed with the slogans raised and would speak to Dibisa when he meets her. Atul, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast at this point in time to give us more details. Atul, it seems that there is, trouble coming out of homes of leaders of the BJP. This is obviously a case of, a difficult or a different ideology when it comes to supporting the Bharatiya Janata Party. But in a democracy, like we have seen, everybody has the right to express their opinion, regardless of who their parents are.
Well, certainly, that, but that is something which has put the minister in the spot as well as, embarrassed the government as well, given the fact that Himanta's minister's daughter participated in the protest, which was, essentially about protesting the NEET UG paper leak. Now, what we have seen is that, across the country, not just in New Delhi, but also across the country, probably over a dozen cities, we have seen protests also being organized parallel to the CJP protests here at the Jantar Mantar. And across, not just the minister's daughter. In fact, we have seen several celebrities and different politicians and their close kins also participating in different protests at different sites. In fact, as earlier we broke news about our JJD leader Tej Pratap Yadav also spearheading one similar protest in Patna, and where he has been sent to judicial custody as well. So we have seen broader participation across the country, and that is one of the reasons why CJP was able to mount the kind of pressure it could, and was able to in fact get the the agreement of the government on all three of its demands. So certainly this particular incident of the minister's daughter participating could embarrass the government, but as you said, it is something which should be welcomed, given the fact that it's a democracy and everybody has the right to have their own individual political opinion.
Right. Rajalakshmi, how are you looking at this? BJP leader's daughter protesting over paper leaks, and Mr. Sarma coming out in defense saying that, you can have different ideologies in the same house, and that is the spirit of democracy.
Yes, absolutely, Vinny. Everyone is entitled to their own opinions, even within the house. You see so many families where people might be belonging to different political parties. So within the family itself, you have different members belonging to separate political parties. So it's not surprising that a child may have a different political ideology than a parent. So it only goes to show that this is exactly what democracy is. So everyone is entitled to their opinion. So it's okay. So that is exactly what Mr. Himanta Biswa Sarma was saying, and that the child or the father should not be antagonized because of this. That they should not be harassed because they have some separate opinions. So that tends to happen. That say within political parties. Now, I just wanted to also finish. I wanted to say another thing that I was saying, when you came across some breaking news. So another thing that I wanted to add was that the CJP now, I think they have a lot of things on hand. They obviously have this huge responsibility of taking on this. They have this huge popularity, and they had taken on this cause of the students' paper leaks, etc. So I think that now they should also train their guns on other political parties, on other states also where there are some paper leaks, and look into that also, so that they also are able to make a point that they are not connected to any political party. Otherwise, they will definitely lose the fist. Otherwise, the students who have been genuinely following them till now, they will look at them as people who are looking at things with a political lens. And once that happens, Vineet, then people will start losing their faith in this outfit. So that is exactly what the CJP has to do. They have to live up to these expectations now. So they cannot now show any political favor, or they cannot say that yes, this is only limited to this particular cause. Yes, yesterday Mr. Dipke did say that
Right.
this
Okay,
is
we
the
have some more
first
breaking
case.
news coming in. We have a lot of ground to cover, Rajalakshmi. Questions are now being raised over whether Sonam Wangchuk could play a role in the Ladakh Hill Council, whether he plans to revive his campaign for constitutional and administrative reforms, and whether a structured roadmap for Ladakh's future emerged during his meeting with union ministers. All eyes are on Wangchuk's next move and the centre's response as well. Gulshan, my colleague, is joining us from outside of the hospital where Sonam Wangchuk was getting care. Gulshan, क्या अब पता लग रहा है लद्दाख को लेकर? एक एक्टिविस्ट है सोनम वांगचुक, जेल भी गए हैं, काफ़ी गंभीर आरोपों का सामना भी किया है, पर फिर सरकार ने ही वो आरोप रद्द कर दिए। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी बीच में दखल अंदाजी की थी। अब क्या मांग है सोनम वांगचुक की, और क्या लगता है कि इसके बाद कोई राजनीतिक पारी शुरू होगी?
देखिए, हालांकि सोनम वांगचुक के बयान से ऐसा अभी तक नहीं लगा है कि कोई वो राजनीतिक पार्टी शुरू करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन वो जो अपनी मांगे हैं उन पर जरूर उन्होंने सरकार के समक्ष अपनी बात रखी है। जब मेदांता अस्पताल में वो भर्ती थे, 26 दिन अनशन हो चुके थे, तो लगातार सरकार उनसे बातचीत कर रही थी। केंद्रीय स्वास्थ्य मंत्री जेपी नड्डा और जितेंद्र सिंह जब मेदांता अस्पताल पहुंचते हैं उनका अनशन तोड़वाने, तो उस समय जो उनकी मांगे थी उनको स्वीकारा गया और ये कहा गया कि आपकी जो मांगे हैं उन पर जरूर जो है सकारात्मक उनकी पहल होगी। तो इस बात को लेकर जब सोनम वांगचुक से ने खुद जब वीडियो जारी किया तो उन्होंने भी इस बात को माना कि वो फिलहाल खुश है, क्योंकि लोकतांत्रिक तरीके से अगर संवाद हो तो जरूर उसमें कुछ ना कुछ पहल अच्छी होती है। तो सरकार की तरफ से संवाद हुआ है, एक शुरुआत सकारात्मक पहल हुई है, तो वो अपना अनशन तोड़ रहे हैं। लेकिन अनशन तोड़ने के साथ साथ जिस तरीके से अब पूरा जो मामला है जहां से शुरू हुआ था, हालांकि मांगे बेशक सोनम वांगचुक की अलग हो और जो दूसरी पार्टी थी उसकी कॉकरोच जनता पार्टी थी, उसकी मांगे बेशक अलग हो, लेकिन दोनों जब एक साथ मिल गए थे जंतर मंतर पर, एक तरफ जब आमरण अनशन पर सोनम वांगचुक बैठ गए थे, तो मांगे जो है कुछ मांगे सोनम वांगचुक की थी तो कुछ मांगे कॉकरोच जनता पार्टी की थी, तो दोनों मिलकर के इस पूरी मुहिम को जो है आगे बढ़ाते रहे। तो लगातार अब फिलहाल बेशक ये जो आंदोलन है वो समाप्त हो गया हो, लेकिन अभी भी जो मांगे हैं जो सरकार की तरफ से रखी गई थी कि उनकी जो मांगे हैं वो उन पर पहल की जाएगी, लेकिन उनको लेकर अब आगे का क्या रुख रहता है, क्या उनकी जो मांगे हैं वो कितना जल्दी जो है वो मान ली जाती हैं, अब फिलहाल निगाहें इसी पर टिकी हुई हैं। लेकिन फिलहाल अगर सोनम वांगचुक के स्वास्थ्य की बात अगर हम करें तो मेदांता अस्पताल में आज उन्हें 5 दिन हो गए हैं और 5 दिन से लगातार उनको डॉक्टरों की निगरानी में
गुलशन,
उनका
इस
इलाज चल
जानकारी
रहा
के लिए
है।
आपका शुक्रिया। We have some more breaking news coming in with the Cockroach Janata Party's first major campaign coming to an end. Attention is now shifting to founder Abhijit Deepke's next move. Questions remain over whether he will return to Boston University to continue his studies or stay back in India to expand the movement. There is also speculation over whether the government could invite him to serve on an education advisory panel. Another key question is the future of the Cockroach Janata Party itself, whether it will continue as a political movement or evolve into an NGO or public interest organization. All right, let me get a response from Mr. Lakshmana as well here. Sir, what do you think is the future of the Cockroach Janata Party? You know, they perhaps may find themselves in a situation which is, like between a hard place and a rock. If they get into politics, they will be accused of having ambitions and aspirations, and this was just perhaps an opportunity that they leveraged. If they don't, they also fear being disregarded and forgotten and slipped into oblivion, sir.
Yes, I mean, it is like whatever they do, they are going to be abused right, left, and center. Because see, already the Cockroach Janata Party is getting feelers from all parties. Now you have just mentioned about RJD. So now if on a similar issue, if CJP does not extend its support, it would be seen as somebody who is playing politics. So it will now depend entirely on CJP what it really wants to be known for and known as and be working for. So we will have to wait for clarity from CJP whether it will begin to enter. See, although RJD may be a political party, but it has raised a pertinent issue. And now people, especially, and the way Bihar, a contingent from Bihar, if we can call it that, at the Jantar Mantar, and the protesters in Bihar, the way they tackled the police, I mean, it all shows that the issue is much more alive and kicking in Bihar. So now we will have to see how the CJP responds to similar demands from or or requests from various political parties from across India. Now, there is in a country where so much is happening, so much uh, mm, wrong things are so blatantly and uh, so frequently happening that we can wait. I mean, even as we are talking, there could be something that is breaking out. So we have to wait and see how CJP will respond to issues and be seen as for what it is. So we'll have to wait for a little while and see what the CJP transforms into, or whether it stays as an NGO or whether it enters politics. Because, see, interestingly, one of its leaders was very politically tactful in answering one of the questions on prime time television, that we'll have to see what the future holds. So they left some something for us to really speculate whether somebody who's gained so much following and popularity would like to think about a career in politics, which is extremely lucrative from many aspects. And somebody who genuinely wants to do something good for the country also, then it is a very, very powerful field. So we have to wait and watch how things pan out from here on.
All right. Raj Lakshmi Joshi, Mr. Lakshmana, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate you being here. So breaking news coming in, former Karnataka Chief Minister Siddharamaiah has announced his retirement.